Hi, my name is Sekolile Timothy and I am an attorney.
Hi, my name is Nicoline Skuman-Low and I'm an attorney, conveyancer, notary public and mediator. We both practice as such here at Skuman Law Incorporated in Cape Town, South Africa, where we proudly serve the legal needs of the entrepreneur.
Today we'll be speaking about family loans and the importance of having a loan agreement. As we know, we have to help our family members every now and again by providing them with loans. It is absolutely imperative that even though it is a family member, that you sign and formalize this relationship by having a written loan agreement. And this loan agreement needs to set out what amount is being loaned, for what period, what interest is going to be charged, if any, how is this amount going to be paid back, and importantly, what happens in the case of a default. If the borrower is unable to pay, then what mechanisms are going to come into play? These all need to be encapsulated in the loan agreement.
What is also more important is the fact that these loans should be recorded in the will, ideally of both lender and borrower. Practically speaking, if this is not done on the part of a lender, for example, your lender may, if the lender, in other words, passes away, then the borrower would need to repay that loan fairly immediately. In other words, the loan repayment would become accelerated, which could definitely impact the borrower financially to a very large extent. And it could also cause family disputes, perhaps if the borrower isn't in a position to immediately repay. So you need to consider those aspects and also get the relevant advice from a tax perspective to ensure that whatever mechanisms you put in place are carefully considered. From the perspective of the borrower, for example, becoming deceased, of course, again a claim against the estate, and again the estate may not be in the position to actually pay the loan back. So, in addition, the borrower should consider to take out a life insurance policy so that there would be available funds in the estate should that happen. But crucially, you need to plan and make provision in both wills and consider the practical implications and eventualities with some professional advice, legal and tax advice, in order to deal with this most appropriately.
Ideally, when one is a borrower or the lender in this situation, you would like the loan to be backed up by security. This is, however, not always the case in family relationships. So the issue of security would be more dependent on who the person is that you are borrowing the money to, so perhaps a direct relation, or for what purpose this loan is being borrowed for. So for an example, if someone is borrowing from you to start a business, then perhaps you could have a notarial deed against the property being bought with that loan for the business as a way of securing the loan. So it really is dependent on who the person that you're borrowing the money to and for what purpose they're actually borrowing the money from you.
And again, maybe the amount concerned, as well as the practical feasibility of all these mechanisms. So really it goes back to getting that advice and putting it in place correctly. It gives certainty and it protects relationships that could become very fragile when a default happens or something unexpected happens because planning wasn't executed properly to start with. For more information on the topic, please go to our website www.skumanlaw.co.za. You'll find a range of different articles there. You'll also find some podcasts and some radio podcasts that we upload, and of course our free monthly newsletter. All of the resources available at your leisure for free. Or if you are about to give out that family loan and you've done all your planning appropriately, why not download your loan agreement for less than 500 Rand from our SME self-service desk, or do your own last will and testament also from the same platform for under 300 Rand, also available there at www.skumanlaw.com. And rest assured, although the prices are very competitive to say the least, the quality hasn't been compromised. All the documents have been constructed by our team of professionals here at Skuman Law, available for you to customize online, generate, download instantaneously and implement. It's also supported by a range of podcasts and supporting guideline documents so that you know exactly where to sign correctly on the dotted line so you can implement with ease of mind. So, without any further ado, we look forward to connecting with you again really soon. Thank you for your time and for tuning in.